All right, what's going on, guys? All right, so I'm on live again. I'm trying to get this all set up, so hopefully Ken sees this invite so we can get him on, and I can get this all set up. I apologize for all the inconvenience on this. I'm really trying to get it all going. All right, so I'm not sure if you guys saw my video yesterday. I really want to take on questions. I really want to answer stuff. All right, so we got Ken on here. Boom. All right. So he's being added in, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get this all going. I'm not sure if you saw my video yesterday, so I'm trying to do the exact same thing in a way. I'm trying to really bring on multiple questions and come at this from all angles, because bringing awareness to this is very important. Bringing people, letting people understand what it is that I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to build is very important. And I appreciate it, Brandon. The only way to really get awareness out there is to talk about it, take on questions, get people to ask tough questions and answer them. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And looks like we're adding them. It's taking a little while to come on. But I'm going to talk about this a little bit because I kept on having to delete all of these. So let's try and bring him on one more time. I'm gonna send him another invite. All right. So Ken, try and come on one more time, Ken. But so I went to the Denver Pro Green Expo today. Here, let me switch this up so you guys can actually read it. All right, so let's bring on Ken Silvers. All right, can't bring Ken on camera. Why not, Ken? Invite friends. I want to bring you on, Ken. All right, so I'm trying again, get them on here, but the Pro Green Expo, okay? So these expos are excellent to go to, all right? So it's, you're getting out there. What's going on, Ken? We got you on here. Man.
It kept going to my Facebook to invite me, and then I had to put the camera on.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? I appreciate you doing this. We tried yesterday to practice this, but I had completely changed the system because I couldn't do that one today for some reason. But
that's fine. It's all new to me.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being on here, man. I really appreciate it. So I know you saw my video yesterday. I'm not sure if you watched the whole thing, but you made a little funny comment when we talked a little bit yesterday. But I really hope that brought some questions into your mind. I really hope that brought some stuff up, so that way we can really hit on this. I want to answer some of these live questions down here too. Brandon actually put in a question before we get started. If you want to touch on the subject, I was seeing a negative comment earlier about why and how would established guys benefit or need YardHopp. So, that's a great question. And you know what? One thing that's great to know about this is that it's not going to be for everybody. Okay, so not everybody wants to use all these lead generating services in the first place. I'm not trying to take all the business. There's so much business out there, and this is a booming industry, that there's enough yards to go around for anybody. If you don't feel you need to use this kind of thing, that's absolutely great. But I'm here for everybody that wants to take themselves to a new level or needs help getting to that new level. Ken, man. So I'm pretty sure you heard the little bit of the pitch yesterday. I'm building an on-demand lawn care company, and I would love to hear your thoughts on what that means to you.
Well, the first question I have is, who are you? What's your background? What do you know about this industry? And basically, what do you benefit from or gain from tapping into the lawn care market?
Right. Okay. Well, first off, I'm Dan Beals. And I have no experience in the lawn care industry. I've been very upfront about that, very forward about that. I don't claim to know things that I don't know, because, I like being honest. I like really treating others the way I want to be treated, and being very upfront about this. So right now, I'm currently a sales manager for a furniture company out here in Colorado. I have a management background. I have a military background, and I honestly just have an idea. I really just driving home one day, thought about this, and I did some research, and there was like nobody out here doing it. And so I've just been running with it ever since. There's a handful of competitors out there, and I see the way they're doing things. I see complaints still. I see different things, but this is a brand new industry. So this is something that's going to take some time and to really building into itself and coming out. But what I'm doing is I'm taking all these other guys' information, and I'm really looking at it and seeing what it is that I see the problems are. I'm seeing, good things that they have, bad things that they have, and I'm really trying to make myself, overall the best possible app that I can do. And me not coming from the industry myself, I'm trying to surround myself with the professionals like you guys. I'm getting myself into these groups, and I'm talking, I'm listening, I'm watching, and I'm hearing everything that everybody's trying to say. I hear all the complaints, I see the gripes, I see the common problems that are going on, and I'm listening, and I'm taking that stuff in, and I'm not just molding it myself. I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to multiple people. I've talked to multiple of these guys that are on here right now, and just get them on a phone one-on-one and really pick their brain about the industry. And in my opinion, if you surround yourself with the best, you're going to be the best. I just read a book. It was How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's a great book by Dale Carnegie. Great book. And if you guys haven't read it, you definitely need to read that. It definitely helps you think of things in a different way. But he talked about Andrew Carnegie, man. He had no knowledge about the steel industry. He just surrounded himself by the best in the industry and became the best in the industry. And, I want to be an innovator, and I want to try a new way of lawn care instead of just getting in traditional lawn care.
Well, what's traditional lawn care in your mind? I have
Good.
I have my way of doing it, but I want to know what yours is.
So traditional lawn care for me, in my opinion, is, being out there mowing lawns, being out there involved in your city, and having a physical company that's going to be out there handling customers. So in that sense, I can see that you can make a lot of money doing that. But I just had a different approach to this, and I had a different thought and a different idea. And what I really like helping people. In the military, I really came into my own of how I want to be as a person. And I tried to become a firefighter actively for a few years. I really like helping people. I like talking to people. I like trying to be there for people. And right now I'm a manager for furniture sales. And I feel like I get to help people still. I'm helping people find a solution to their problem of needing furniture, and I also help my salespeople with problems with their sales and help coach them along. Because I don't really look at myself as a manager. I look at myself as a coach to help build people and really get them to the next level. And, I saw inconsistencies in the field, and I felt like I can help with that.
Well, my question on top of that is what is a typical customer? Where are they going to come from? And why do they want to go through someone they don't know instead of, because right now, if I'm going to look for you on the internet, I'm going to Google. Well, Google's the number one. Well, I'm going to capture that before it comes to you.
Right.
Because my local market is going to put my name before you. So what makes you viable in the market?
Yeah. So the way I see it is I'm looking around at everybody, because I'm coming at this completely from a customer standpoint, and then I'm surrounding myself with people in the business. So I'm looking at this as I'm looking around at what I see people doing. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's texting. When you Google something, 60% of the time now, you're doing it on your phone. So what I'm trying to incorporate is lawn care at your fingertips. You know, instead of having, like, people are getting socially awkward. People don't want to call people. People don't want to negotiate. People are moving away from that. And so I'm seeing that. And what I'm trying to do is provide the best lawn care at an app. So it'll be in your pocket. You'd be able to find your local lawn care, schedule your lawn care, and pay for your lawn care all in one app. And then you as the provider, you know, you're going to be able to find more customers. And I'm not trying to take away your customers at all. You know, you guys have your customers, you guys have built relationships with your customers, and they're going to stay with you. But there's new customers out there. There's a younger generation out there. There's more generations out there that might not be wanting to do lawn care anymore. I'm looking at the baby boomers. People are starting to retire a lot. I really want to hit that market along with the millennials to really, because those are the two really biggest markets. And I'm trying to bring education along with this. I'm not trying to just be an app. I'm trying to be more. I'm trying to be an influencer. I'm really trying to be a face in the lawn care community. I want to hear and talk to everybody. But then at the same time, for customers, I want to provide knowledge on how they can keep their lawn green. You know, because if they don't want to have to hire somebody or use me, I want to provide them with the right knowledge to be able to do their own services, because there's more than just mowing to keep your lawn like green and nice. And a lot of people don't really know what it is to do, or just don't think to ask, and they think they know. But I want to bring that information to light to everybody.
Well, that's kind of hard for me to understand, because first of all, they have to find you. Mm-hmm. Where and how do they know what app? And personally, they call me to get that information. They don't want to read paragraph after paragraph, go to someone's website, turn the page, click this, do this, and not understand what's going on, because the common knowledge, I guess sometimes we think the common knowledge, what it really breaks down to is, do people want to mow their lawns or not? Or are they too busy not to mow the lawn? So my dad, very accomplished, sits at his house, looks out the window and worries about mowing his lawn. He's very knowledgeable at everything, but so he's going to worry about that. So my thing is I understand where you're coming from, but they call me to worry about that. So therefore, they don't want to go online. They don't want to read. They want you or someone else to do that for them. I built my business on that. I hired accountants. I hired mechanics. I hired advertisers to do the work. My accountant worked. I sat on the lawnmower. That's what I did best. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to educate them, but I disagree. They don't want educated. They want the job done. So therefore, you have to find out where they're at, but they want to be able to click on Ken Silver's Residential Lawn Care, Faneuil Howell, contact me personally, because you're adding 2 or 3 more steps and 2 or 3 more steps to me, the end user.
So this is where so I'm not going to be writing down articles. I don't want people to read, because I don't want to read. I don't. So I'm video education. It's really the new way of doing things, and it's a better way of doing things, because people watch videos. They don't want to sit and read an article, but they'll sit there and watch a 10-minute video. But the thing is this kind of education, it can be very specific, and it only needs to be a 2-minute video or a 5-minute video, and it's going to make it a lot more simpler. And that's what YouTube is for, Pinterest is for, how-tos, and things like that, because a lot of people are very handy, like myself. Okay, so I've done a lot of of my own home maintenance, and most of the stuff that I've done, I YouTube it, or I go on Pinterest of how to do it. Okay, now even my own lawn care, I've done my own lawn care, but it's you know, I'm very handy myself, so I want to try and do it myself. And sometimes I'm afraid to ask that question, but I'll go and ask myself the question and then YouTube it and try and figure it out from there. And that's where I'm trying to educate customers with that way. But for the customers that don't want to get educated, you know, that's what you're for. Absolutely. But I'm just trying to provide a better avenue to be able to link you with the customer and the customer with you. Because before I started this, when I was doing my research, I literally Googled lawn mowing near me. I called 10 companies, and literally half of them did not mow lawns. So that means I have to call more companies because companies don't even mow lawns. And then I called the 10 companies that did mow lawns. It was a different price with everybody. Some didn't want to give me a quote over the phone. Some did want to give me a quote over the phone, but customers are becoming more and more impatient, and they want things now. They're calling you for a quote for a new deck and trying to get a quote over the phone without even having you see it. Things are becoming more and more impatient, and people want to have it right then and there. And if it's on your phone, and what I want to try and do is bring that price to them right there. They type it in, they have the price right then and there, and they don't have to make multiple phone calls. They have the price right then and there.
I understand that, but it seems just the opposite of what the customers are looking for. They've been out there. They see what's going on. They're hiring me because they saw what I've done.
Right.
That's my market because it's a small 6 miles, 7 miles by 10 miles city. They know me from sitting at the coffee shop when I go there. They know my truck. There's 4 or 5 main arteries. I make sure I drive them. But I don't understand what you're saying when you say people are going to call but I understand that they're looking and using the telephone. But the ultimate thing is they want the confidence that I'm going to do the work for them. And they don't want to even go to YouTube and watch it. That's what I'm seeing. They don't have time. So you're saying put more time in. I just saw, Scott Close say 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, attention span. They want to get on the internet, say, wow, I've seen him before. Wow, he's going to mow. But I also agree. We've let our own selves down in the industry because we don't return phone calls.
Yeah. Well, see, what I'm trying to do is people don't want to feel like my generation, the younger and younger. I'm a millennial myself. I'm in the very the later parts of the millennials. I feel like I kind of agree with millennials at times and Gen X at times because I'm more of a hands-on person. I'm more of a get my hands dirty. And I see a lot of these millennials, they're blue collar. They want to, go to college. They want to be a lawyer. They don't want to get their hands dirty. And now that's not all of them. Some of them are really into it and really are hands-on. But it's the service industry is never going away. This is a huge industry. It's an $80 billion industry a year, and it's not going away. You're going to have all the lawns in the world to be able to mow. But like, in my opinion, I really believe that having it at your fingertips and not having to call anybody, whether it's you or another provider, like you have your customers that call you, and you're going to continue to get that. But what I want to do is, what about the other customers that don't want to do that? It's an app for them. So this isn't going to be for everybody, but this is going to be a big thing. You still see taxis out there. Uber didn't take over the entire industry. There's taxis out there, and Uber destroyed the taxi service industry. I'm looking to build the industry. I'm looking to really take it and provide more customers in a different way. So that way, you can find that new level of the industry. That's basically what I'm trying to do.
There's something missing here because you're starting from scratch.
Absolutely.
How are they going to find you on the internet?
So
are you as a
my
company?
marketing.
But you can't outmarket Google. You can't outmarket all these companies. I mean, I've got the top 100 list there, and I guess I'm not knocking you, but how do I know who you are? It took McDonald's 30 years to become namesake.
Okay, but that one, that's a great point right there. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up. Okay, so you got to look at the times and the way things are moving. Okay, so IBM, all right, it took like 40 years for them to get their peak up of what it is. Okay, Apple, same thing, 40 years to get there. Okay, now let's move forward a little bit. Okay, so Facebook came out in 2005. It is crazy, and it's only 12, 13 years later. Okay, Uber came out in 2009. And it's absolutely crazy. Lyft came out in 2012. So because of technology and how things are, when my parents got married, okay, they couldn't put an announcement on Facebook. they had to mail out everything, and they had to have addresses for everybody. You have your address book. Now people don't even know a phone number anymore. It's all in your phone. It's all right there. But the thing is we have social media for mass marketing. So this way everything can go faster and faster and faster. And what's crazy about it even more is that Uber became part of your lifestyle like that. You heard about them. You heard about them. You tried them, and now you never went back. If you never tried it, you never tried it. But, the people that do use Uber, they have never gone back.
Well, it's like me saying, once you go Walker Mowers, you don't go back. I understand that because I see it. I hear people talking. We have Marathon Oil Company, one of the most progressive companies in the world in Finland.
Right.
They come out of college making $150,000. They go home, they play video games. They go out to eat. They're spending money. They're lost.
Oh yeah, that's exactly not the way I'm trying to build my business. So I am 150% into this.
I'm trying to say, how do you tap into them? Where you say marketing? Marketing doesn't mean nothing. Give me specifics.
It means absolutely everything. So I'm going to give you specifics.
Give me specifics.
Specifics. Okay, so I'm going to be in newspapers. I'm going to be on the internet. I'm going to be all over social media. I'm going to be on the radio ads. I'm going to be on click ads that are going to be popping up on your phone. Video game, whatever it is. I'm going to be. I'm not just trying to just walk into this industry. I'm going to be being top dollar and getting myself everywhere. So I'm going to be starting out in Denver. So all I really have to worry about is Denver. I don't have to worry about Seattle. I don't have to worry about, New York. Right now, this is my test market. Denver and Colorado is where I'm going to test everything. So I might have some ideas right now that might not even leave Denver because it doesn't work. But you know what? It goes along with trying. And that's where I'm going to go absolutely crazy. And I'm going to market every little aspect and see what works and what doesn't.
It's funny when you mention that because Walker Mowers is a very good success story right around the corner from Denver and Fort Collins, Colorado. And I'm not trying to say that's the only company, but they were a success that they're going to stay true to themselves, and they're not, and they're changing with the market, but they're staying family owned. But my question is you're going to be in the Denver market. How are you going to reach Findlay, Ohio? When are you going to? What am I saying? You're going to franchise markets, or and where are you going to get this money? Advertising's not cheap.
Absolutely, it's not. So what I'm doing is I'm getting investors. Right now I'm getting friends and family investors to really invest into my company because I want to help out my family. I want to help out my friends. And this is that time when I can take small money and make it to be big money. So I can get 20 friends to invest $1,000 to $5,000 and get me to the 50,000 plus range where I can survive with all of my marketing money, getting me to expos, getting me traveling for the summer, and even take my partner out of work and be full-time YardHopp. And then once we start bringing in money, it's all going back. It's all going back into the business. And then this fall, we plan on doing a big round of investment where we're judging from our competitions of how they kind of did things. I'm looking at $1 million plus kind of investments to get into other areas. But so my plan of expanding is next year we plan on expanding into 15 more states. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand into all the states with all the people that have been helping me out. I've been talking to people all over the country, and I want to help those people that have been helping me. And so I'm going to go to them next specifically, and I'm going to go to their areas and people that have wanting me to come out there, and I'm going to help them grow and then come to them first and then keep on growing and expanding throughout the country. The way we have a marketing program and the way that we're expecting expansion is we're expecting to be nationwide and a household name within 5 years. We want to expand outside of the country within 3 years. We are going to be super aggressive with this. We are going to change the way things are done.
I got a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Yelp and Home Advisors. What are you different from them? And then my question is give us totally specifics. I'm a company, there's a customer. So explain the company from my point of view, how you're going to contact me, what's the money going to be, what you're going to charge me, and what does the customer get charged, and how does it operate? on a
Absolutely.
personal when they call you?
Okay, so Home Advisor is a completely different industry. They are just strictly lead generation. They find you to the customer, and that's it. So when you're trying to find a lawn mow, okay, they're not just sending you to that customer, they're sending 5 other companies to that customer. So by the time you got there, it's already done. So I've heard a lot of complaints about that, and we're an on-demand company. So the way we're doing is everything is with us on our phone. I wish I can use my phone right now, but we're on my phone. But, so the way I want to do this is I want to be there for the industry because everybody is customer oriented. Okay, so I want you to think about that. Everybody is customer oriented. That includes you as a business owner. You want to work with your customers, but they forget when you're a third party like myself that you are also a customer. So just because you're a business doesn't mean that you need to be charged an arm and a leg just to have this kind of thing, because the way this industry works is 99% of you guys are small mom and pop shop. 99% of them are between 1 and 5 truck company, okay? So that 5 truck company might be doing pretty well for themselves, but they're not, massively successful, okay? But they're doing extremely well for themselves. That 1 truck company might be struggling. You might be just making ends meet. You might be living just like most people, paycheck to paycheck. But I want to be there to help everybody with that. My father is a small business owner, and he has 2 guys. He has my little brother, and then he has another guy to run his truck, but he doesn't trust anybody. He thinks he has that mentality of, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. He's been burned a lot. He's been having a lot of problems, but you know what? That doesn't mean you shouldn't trust people. You get bad eggs, but sometimes you just got to try again, get back up on the horse, and really keep on going. You might get burned, but you might find a winner. You got to keep on trying. And I want to help get there. So what I want to charge the companies, okay? So we want to set prices for lawn mowing, aeration, weed and feed, and seeding. Okay, so we want to set the prices from the customer lays out their lawn from exact square footage. They can have the price from there. Okay, so the customer, every time they use those services, will be charged a $1.99 service fee. So let's say it's a $25 mow. They'll be seeing it as $26.99, and then we get a $1.99, and you guys get everything. So the way that we're going to charge you is we're only going to charge the credit card cost. So if you take credit cards now, you're already being charged that. So it's like you are already doing it. It's going to be a 2.9% and plus 30 cents, which is absolutely nothing if you compare it to everybody else. I'm not looking in this to get rich. I'm looking at this to build an empire. I'm trying to build something that can really help the industry, not just provide me with something. I want to help with this. I'd rather take a very, very small chunk from a big piece than take a big chunk from a little piece. So like that's essentially what I'm trying to do. I want to be better for the business. Now, not everything's going to be free for the business. Okay. So once we get into the quote services, okay. So once you get into the big jobs, because we want to be from lawn care, lawn mowing, to tree trimming, to a new deck, to a total new landscape. We want to be everything lawn care. So when it comes into that, that's when it's going to be reversed, where it's going to be free for the customer, and then it's going to be a $1.99 lead for the business. And then I think we're going to incorporate a monthly one of $24.99 in case you want to pay that. But all you need to do is just have 13 quotes a month, and you paid your $24.99 right there. If you're smaller than that, you just do the $1.99 one. You just do a few of them a month. But we want to help incorporate more business, and we're going to incorporate more. So we're going to have 4 launches this year. We're going to do our standard launch, where we're going to launch us to the masses, and we're going to launch all of our set pricing stuff for lawn mowing and those 4 that I told you about. And then this summer, we're going to launch our quote services, and that's when the quotes are going to really come out. In the fall, we're going to launch the leaf cleanup. And then in the winter, we're going to launch snow removal. And we're also trying to figure out ways to where you guys can have more work in the winter, by providing more options like Christmas tree light or Christmas lighting. I see a lot of companies doing that kind of thing. And, to being able to provide that option and provide you the pointing you into the right direction to where you can expand your business into something else also, we want to be able to do that. If you want to do that, you can. If you don't, you don't. But it's more business for you in different ways, and we're trying to help build the industry.
Well, I guess I'm lost a little bit. How do I
Yeah.
get paid, and how much, and how do I pay you? I understand
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're saying on the cost.
Perfect. So the way it's going to work is the customer is going to schedule, and then once they schedule, they have to pay. So they can't
Pay
get their
who?
lawn. They pay me. So the way this works is they pay me, and then I'm a mediator. And then once the job is completed, you send a completion picture as a receipt to the customer, and you're paid from right there. So you're not going to be paid once a week. You're paid once the job is done. You don't work for me. You work for yourself. We're paying you for the mow. So all we're going to take out is the credit card transaction fee and the $1.99 that we're charging the customer.
So I have to have a credit card set up.
Well, no, you don't have to have a credit card set up. We're taking the credit card, so all we need to do is just pay you to your bank.
So you're going to do a direct deposit?
Yep.
Because I'm
Right
just looking at all this and I'm saying, wow, I got to take a picture of the job. Dude, it's a lot of confusion on my part. Now, I'm not saying I'm just old school. I'm understanding that. But, I'm seeing the comments. What's going to keep me from bringing them on as a customer? What are you going to do to keep them? At what point do I just go in there and not even charge? Are the customers paying you up front before I mow?
Yes. So that way, I see a lot of complaints of people trying to hunt down people for money. They're not getting paid, and they mowed 10 more times, and they still haven't been paid, and they're trying to hunt down this money. So I'm trying to eliminate that. The customers pay as the schedule. So you do not get your lawn mowed if you did not pay. And then that happens. Okay. So, and then when, sorry, I'm trying to remember all your questions here. Can you repeat repeat a question?
Well, it's basically what I'm saying is it's a customer transaction that we have. What control do you have with our transactions?
So they're paying us, and then we pay you. But the thing is all we're charging is the credit card cost. So it's like you're not even, it's like you're doing it yourself. We're trying to make this something to where you want to use. We're not trying to, gouge you. We're not trying to take your guys' money. We're really trying to help grow you. And we want to do all the advertising. So we want to help, educate the customers. We want to help get people into lawn care and using you as providers, help supporting local business. And that way you don't have to market as much. You can still throw up your yard sign and get the other neighbors without us even being part of it. And you brought up a good point of just what if you cut me out of it? Okay, so this is a great point for you. Okay, so the reason why we're making the price, setting our prices is we were trying to bring up the prices of the industry, so that way the new people that are coming out and they're undercutting. So a lot of customers, they think little Jimmy over there will mow their lawn for $10, and they think the lawn company is going to do the same thing, and that's not how that works. You're a business, you have bills to pay, you have mouths to feed, you have all kinds of employees to pay, you have all kinds of bills, and they need to understand that there's a price to pay with that, and this is a business. You don't go to McDonald's and you haggle for a burger, you pay what they charge. So we're trying to bring up the industry so that way, that new lawn care company, instead of charging $15 for that $25 mow, they can get that $25 mow using us. And then you can still get your premium outside of us. You can still get your better pricing. And then let's say you do want to cut us out. Okay, so we're not having contracts for YardHopp. So some customers, I see a lot of businesses to where the customer pays up front for the entire year. For the whole thing. Okay, so that's a contract that they have to be part of. So what happens if they get fired? Are you, the business owner, going to work with them to where you're going to be like, okay, I'll let you out of your contract? You might be a nice guy and let him out, but that doesn't mean that guy over there is going to do it. That's a contract you signed. You're not getting out of that. But with us, you can stop it right then and there. You're going to have reoccurring mow. You're going to have individualized mows. But we're going to charge at a good price that's going to be wanted for the customer and for the business. We're not going to try and lowball anything. We're going to set a fair price. And then, so if you wanted to undercut, like take us out of the picture, let's say, okay? So you're going to charge the customer less to mow their lawn. So now you don't make as much money because you could be getting a set fee guaranteed through us, but now you're going to charge the customer less because you don't want to have to deal with us, which it could happen, more power to you. There's more than enough lawns to go around. Now, let's say you want to charge more to the customer. Now the customer's looking at it as, well, you're charging me more when I can just get it for less on YardHopp. So we're trying to really be fair with this and be consistent and try and really help the industry grow and grow a standard. Because you guys charge your premiums. And I want you to. I really do. But, when my lawn costs $15 from that guy and $50 from another guy, who do you think I'm going to go to as the customer? Especially a new customer. I'm looking to save money. I'm going to go to that $15 guy, and I'm going to learn the hard way that maybe I shouldn't have gone with that $15 guy. But at the same time, who knows? That $15 guy might be the next great lawn care guy at one point.
So how do you find lawn care operators? Because you get 1,000 phone calls or 1,000 hits one day. How do you find 1,000 people in 50 different markets to mow 1,000 lawns? Let's just
right. How many lawns can you mow in a day?
How many lawns can I mow? Well, I can mow 10 lawns, or I can mow 25.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you have a big range there. Okay, so this is all new. Okay, so this I'm looking at is going to start as supplemental work. It's not going to be, smash crazy off the bat. Okay, so let's say you work till 5, but let's say you're done with the day at 2. You can pick up a couple more lawns to get to 5, come on to YardHopp, pick up a few extra jobs, be done with the day. So we're going to guarantee the customer a 48-hour window from once they schedule to where lawn care is going to be done. My ultimate goal is to have on-demand trucks out there ready to go. We're going to be we want to build in routing systems. We really want to help the industry grow. And our routing system that we want to build is for outside work also. So you don't even have to use our app, but you can use our router in our app to where you can plot the best possible route for you. And then you just add a couple jobs in there, and then boom, it's added in there, and you can just continue on with your day, and you're done by whatever clock that you want to be done. But we're looking at this is to so we're looking at after the first month to having 500 weekly to biweekly users after the first month of coming out. I need 25 companies to be able to handle that. Just 25. So the way it's going to work for you as a provider, so right now you might be going 30-minute drive to that one customer. We want to get you more local. We want to keep you in the areas that you want to be in. So you type in a zip code for you, and then you give us a mile radius that you want to stay in. If you want to stay in a 5-mile radius, you stay in that 5-mile radius. The only jobs that pop up are in that 5-mile radius. If you want a 10-mile radius, so on. So that way you can stay closer to home, and you don't have to go further out because, that guy referred his friend that lives across town to you. So this way it's a lot easier to do this. Even realtors, they'd be able to refer one specific thing to their customers. But the thing is it's helping small business grow, because I might be, something big one day. It's very possible that this takes off and I become something, this becomes a really big thing. But overall, it's helping small business grow, because I'm not out there mowing lawns. I want the businesses out there to be mowing lawns and getting that money and really helping themselves grow. So if I'm doing all the marketing for you, you can take that marketing money back. You can buy yourself a new truck. You can buy yourself a new mower. You can buy yourself a new trailer, a new crew, and really expand to how big you want to go. And it's no extra cost. It's just bringing you extra money.
But I become dependent upon you.
Well,
If I'm,
people use, Home Advisor. People use Thumbtack. You don't have to be dependent on me. You can put up your yard signs. You can be at that neighborhood at one time and go
right.
put your door hangers on everybody's yard. There's more than enough lawns to go around for everybody. I want to help you find more customers. You have your customers. I'm not trying to steal your customers. I'm not trying to take your customers. I want to help you find more. I want to help bring you more customers. And that's the overall point. So if you want to continue to use me throughout and be an on-demand service, more power to you. I don't want to charge you an arm and leg for it. I want to make you grow and be able to sustain that. If you take all the jobs, so the customer's jobs list is just going to be down just a list, kind of like these comments that are coming up right here. Okay. So it's going to be oldest to newest. And then you click that top one and then you see the information. We're going to have all the qualifications, fences, hill grades in the yard, type of driveways, height of grass, pets. We're going to get all those qualifying questions in there. And then we're going to make sure that it's priced at the right spot. So let's say you pull up to a lawn and the customer says their grass is 6 inches and you pull up and it's 10, 12 inches. That's a problem that happens all the time. Okay. So
Yes.
what do? You knock on the door and you renegotiate the lawn, right? Or maybe you had a set price that you told them that it would be if it wasn't what they said. But this way, you don't have to do any of that. You can dispute it. You take a picture of it. Hey, this is way bigger than it was supposed to be. Send it back to the customer and you move on. You move on to the next job that's a half a mile away. It doesn't inconvenience you at all to get 2 minutes away. And then that customer has to refill out that information, make sure it's correct, and then you can come back another time.
No, I understand that, but so you're working with the customer, and I can just have you sitting there, and if I get a phone call or if I contact you, that's an extra job. I don't have to depend on you, is what you're saying.
Absolutely not. Yeah, it's just going to be an app that's on your phone that you can use to be extra beneficial to you. I really see this as being supplemental at first. It's just a couple extra jobs, but those couple extra jobs can make you afford that new truck and afford to buy that
I agree.
new crew. Yeah. And we want to help build. Yeah, exactly. And then go ahead.
$140 job a day. That means getting to the job a half hour earlier, 40 times how many weeks? 33 weeks times your 5 or 6 day schedule. That pays your payment. I agree.
Yep. Absolutely. And, and we want to give that money back to the business, because not everybody's rich. Just because you're a business owner, it doesn't make you rich. It means that you want to work for yourself. That means that you want to be comfortable. It means you want to earn your own money and not have to rely on someone to pay your paycheck. But ultimately, it's that's why we're not trying to be like, oh, we'll pay you every Tuesday. You complete the job, you get paid. That's your money. That's your hard-earned cash that you deserve to have, and not waiting for me every Tuesday to pay you. So that it should be every day, all day. You should be constantly hearing that cha-ching, cha-ching on your phone of coming in of new cash payments that are coming into your bank account. This is a crazy thing that can be happening, and just being able to bring the customers in a total different way, to where you as the business owner don't have to come up with brand new ways of marketing. There's a lot of traditional ways of doing it. You wrap your truck with I seen your wrappings, I think they look really great. They're awesome. But what happens if you're driving an hour away and then all of a sudden 10 customers are calling you from that hour away part? That's great, but now you're driving an hour away for that. When you can just be like, hey, I'm sorry, that's not my area, and then not have to worry about turning down customers because you have all the customers you need in the area you need to be in.
No, I understand everything what you're trying to do. And, I wish you luck. I mean, I don't want to say wish you luck. You've got a dream, you've got a mission, you're going to do it. And every day my life changes, trust me. There's no guarantee for tomorrow. There's no guarantee for anything. And I understand that, but in order for me to operate, I'm a small business person. And do I worry? Yes. But do I make good money? I can make good money. But I take care of my customers. My customers take care of me. So, and you're going about using the internet to take care of your customers, which
Right.
I don't
Well,
quite understand, but
I
that's
want
not
you
my
to take care
market.
of. That's exactly the thing, because essentially once they reoccurring services with you, that's your
Right.
customer. They're going to have your information. They're going to, your information is going to be on our app to where they can contact you. But the thing is that's one less customer that you don't have to worry about calling you. They're going to call us, and you don't have to worry about that, customer service. Let us handle the customer service. You already have enough customers that you need to deal with. Let us bring on new customers, and then we'll take on the responsibility of talking to them and going with that. So we want to bring standards along with it, like we're going to have star ratings. So, we don't want to just let anybody use us as a provider. Okay. So if you can't maintain a 3.5 star rating, you can't provide for us. We're not just letting anybody do it. We'll try and do whatever we can to help you and get you back up on the star ratings. But if you're not showing up for jobs, if you're going over there and accepting every single job and you can't get to them and you're getting a lot of complaints, I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to serve with us anymore. And it goes with the customers too. There are bad customers that gets, and we want to have star ratings for them also, because, I read these posts where a guy was spraying somebody's lawn and they moved their truck real quick to get the other half. And the lady called to complain about him because he was, thought that he was leaving. But, some customers are just watching you. It goes to show that customers are always watching, and you never know what they're going to do. But, as long as you're doing the right thing, you're fine. And we just want to make sure that we're providing, licensed, insured companies that are going to these customers' homes and doing the best they can, because I know you have pride in what you do. You have absolute pride in what you do, and that's what we have too. And we want to let all businesses show their pride and joy of creating that beautiful lawn. Because this is crazy. There's no more negotiation. Like that customer says, "Hey, charge me $10 less, and you don't have to edge." Nope, not going to happen, because the neighbor doesn't know that that owner is a cheapskate, and then now you didn't edge, and then now your lawn looks like crap, and no one on your block wants to use your service.
No, we've done it to ourselves. We've done it to ourselves, and we need to band together, and that's not happening. That's
right.
Unions have done that, plumbers have done that, carpenters have done that to a point. But like I said, standardized services with standardized price, and people get it.
It's it's worth a shot. I'm really going to go all out and do this. I'm really going to, I'm really putting myself out there because I want people to see me and my values. And I want you to understand that if you can trust me, you can trust my business. I want to be an absolute transparent business. I want to be anything that me and my partner talk about in a meeting, I want to say live. I want to talk about everything because transparency is huge. Like you hear about all these old companies that have been through all these crazy things that, scandalous stuff. That's not what I want to be a part of. I want to be part of, how I treat people. The golden rule is very important to me, of treating others the way you want to be treated. And I walk around with a smile on my face, and I expect to smile back,
Yeah. It goes a long way. Well,
it does.
I'm glad we got to talk tonight. I'm glad.
I'm glad too, Ken.
I'm not trying to be skeptical. I just got, I'm throwing questions out because I'm 56 years old. I'm not, I'm old school, if that's what you want to call it. But old school takes care of their customers. But you can take care of the customers, new school too. I understand that also.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you getting on here with me today, Ken. You asked me some tough questions. You kept me on my toes. I really appreciate it. I hope I held my own pretty good. It was definitely fun having you on, man.
Well, we need more specifics, not marketing. We need specifics. And then that's part of marketing, but we need specifics to make it work.
Right.
Because I build my company up on, and I'll tell, like I said, you said, on specifics. And I'll be honest, they're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we're still building, we still have time to go. But I'm ready to let everybody know about us, and let us know and bring us out there, because we don't have all the answers. I don't really know everything that I'm doing right now. I'm still learning as I go. I still have a couple months until we launch. But overall, everybody in the lawn care industry as a whole has been absolutely amazing in helping me out and giving me all kinds of information and being so nice. And I just want to give back. I really do.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you succeed.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, Ken. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate your time tonight.
Thanks, man. So I'm going to let you go. I really appreciate you getting on with me. I'd love for you to keep up and talk with me because, I got lots of questions for you too, man. I'd love to pick your brain.
Wow, anytime.
All right, sir. Well, I really appreciate it. And I'm going to let you go. And then everybody else. So I see a lot of comments in here. I'm sorry. I really tried to get to them if I could, but I really got into the questions that Ken was asking. So what I'm going to go through, and I'm definitely going to answer these, and keep on posting if you need to, because I got plenty of answers for you guys. So I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys all have a great night. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Ken.